Hi everybody. Good day guys, and welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. I'm going straight into the topic because I wish and hope that today's network is going to be fine because I've been struggling with it. That's why I came late today. I'm so sorry about that. So guys, today we're going to be discussing about the private pilot license. Does it expire? How do you keep it current? This is what we're going to be discussing today. And I came along with my PPL license. So I'm just going to be discussing this thing with you. How long? Hi guys, I can see some persons are already here. Hi Sheku. Sorry, I'm so late today. I didn't plan to be late. In fact, I came on time, but I had some like hi guys, I'm so sorry for that break in transmission, but we are going to be continuing now. Like I said, we are going to be discussing about the PPL license, if it expires or not. And I'm going to be telling you some things from my own license, some things you should actually check out. So, first of all, for persons that don't know what a PPL license is, it's called a private pilot license. And before you can actually get a private pilot license, there are a lot of procedures that you have to follow to get a private pilot license. Like, you have to be admitted in a school, in a flight school to be precise. Hi guys, hi. Splendor, welcome on board. Jibril, welcome on board. Nice having you guys here today, joining me on today's live stream. So guys, as I was saying, you need to be admitted in a flight school. Not only admitted in a flight school, you need to pass the requirements to get a private pilot license. And the requirements include, you need to have flown some amount of hours, almost like 40 hours or so, or more than that. You need to have done the ground school, everything that requires at the ground school. And like we know, getting a private pilot license is not just that easy, that kind of stuff. You don't just get it by sleeping and waking up. You need to have done so much work. So that's why now, after putting so much effort in doing the private pilot license, how long now will those private pilot license actually expire, and how do you keep on renewing it so that for every time you want to fly, you can just jump up and fly? So now let me say this. The first thing I want to let you know in today's video is that, in quotes, technically, the private pilot license does not expire. And this is what I mean. If you are a pilot, if you're flown and you have that license as a private pilot, it's not like a badge that is taken off you. You're a pilot and you're a pilot. Hi, Ademola, nice having you. Edo Timothy, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. It's very important, very important, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. So, it's very important that after following those requirements, you don't just want your license to expire just like that. So there are things, and like I said, I'm going to be showing you mine. And we're going to be reading some things from this license so that you can see some things that can make it expire, some things that can make it not expire. But generally, it's not a badge that is taken off you. When you're a pilot, you're a pilot. There's no time that you don't become a pilot anymore. I really don't know how to put that word. Okay, it's not like a title that's given to you that maybe when you stop flying or so, the title is kind of taken from you. No, it doesn't happen like that. The moment you become a pilot, you're a pilot for life. The only thing is that you need to be current to be able to fly again. Now, most of the time, I'm going to tell you about the way they do it in the US and the way they do it here in Nigeria, because I've done a lot of research and I also have a proof here for us to look at. So basically, how they do it in the US is that if you've not flown, let me say for 5 years or for a number of years, if you've not flown, maybe you're a pilot, let's assume you got a private pilot license in 2016 or 2018, or let's say 2020, and you've not flown for maybe 5 years or 6 years, and let me say that's 2026, that kind of stuff, you will need to do some checks for you to be able to fly again. You need to do a flight review. That's number one. Also, you need to do some takeoffs and landings, which for the US is about 3 takeoffs and landings that you have to do. Then after doing takeoffs and landings, your medical license needs to be current. So that's the 3 things as concerns like the US, the FAA, how they do their stuff. Now let's come to NCAA, or Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, regulation and all that. NCAA, NCAR, how we do it here. Gal Gadi, welcome on board. This is the first time I'm seeing this name here. Don't forget, click on the subscribe button. Very, very important. Thanks for joining the family. So guys, I'm going to be showing you something. In this my license here, this is actually my private pilot license. How they do it, how it actually expires is, you see something like the validity of the license. Validity of the license. Now, let me say something about this validity of the license. Let me read to you what it says here. The holder of this license, of which the certificate forms part, was medically examined on a particular date and was assessed to as fit to act in the capacity and subject to the conditions stated in the license. He has satisfied all the other requirements for the issue of the renewal of the license. The license is therefore valid until there's a particular date here, which is for me actually my date, and must always be carried while exercising the privileges of this license. Now, what I got to discover here from the private pilot license, now we are talking about Nigerian system, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, how it works. How this works is that your medicals, because the same date that is on my medicals is the same date that is on the validity of this license. So basically, how it works is that your medicals will actually validate this license. Like now, if I did my medicals, let me say 2018, obviously this license might be expiring maybe in the next 2023 or so. So it just depends. Like for this one, the validity of the license is usually stated on it. It's going to be different for everybody. Don't think that, okay, maybe because one person's own is 5 years, this other person's own is 10 years, and so my own might be, whose license gets to 10 years? I don't think there's anybody's license that gets 10 years anyways. Like medicals, that's what I mean. I don't think there's anybody medicals that gets 10 years. But let's just assume there are some persons that if their license is expiring like 3 years, it depends, maybe due to their medical. Some other persons their own might be expiring maybe in the next 2 years or 1 year. These things has to do with age. These things has to do with the fitness of the body and all that. So the validity of the license is going to be stated on it. But now there are some requirements that you need to have passed through for your license to be valid. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and that's for you to be able to fly an aircraft if you've not flown for a very long time, like something that can keep your license current. And that's what I want to read at the last page of this license, which is privileges of the license. If you can see clearly, this reads in privileges of the license. Now let me read something. They have other clauses for the privileges of the license, but there's a part I want to read for you. He said, he shall not fly such an aircraft on a flight carrying passengers at night unless an instrument rating is included in his license, or he has within the immediately preceding 90 days carried out as pilot in command no less than 5 takeoffs and 5 landings at a time when the depression of the center of the sun not less than 12 degrees below the horizon. Actually, let me put this for short. You cannot fly as pilot in command if you've not flown for a very long time. You cannot fly unless you've done 5 takeoffs and 5 landings. So if peradventure you've not flown, maybe you want to like come back, because a lot of persons have this issue. They've left flying for a while, maybe due to finance or some things were not going well for them at that time, and now they want to kick off flying again. These are things you should know. Before you can get a license current again, you need to have gotten, at least in Nigeria, now I'm talking about Nigerian law, because like I said before, in the US, there are only 3 takeoffs and 3 landings in the last 90 days. That's for you to be recurrent, now for you to be able to carry passengers and all that. But in Nigeria, it's totally different. It's not the same thing. Here, as you can see with me, here they are stating within the last 90 days, you should have done at least 5 takeoffs and 5 landings. So these are some things you should know, because after stressing yourself to get a PPL license, you cannot just sit down there and assume that, okay, the PPL license does not expire at all. Yes, I said it before. Technically, the license does not expire. But it's not about that now. It's about the fact that, okay, when can you now use the license? So that's what I'm trying to make you understand, that you can only use this license to fly as pilot in command if you have done nothing less than, now in Nigeria, to be precise, in Nigeria, if you've not done anything less than 5 takeoffs and 5 landings, you cannot fly an aircraft as a pilot in command. So these are things that I think we should actually take note of, because when you're holding a license, you're holding, like, you're responsible for the lives of so many persons, and so you need to know everything that concerns your license, basically. Sorry, I'm just trying to be sure I'm not leaving anything out. So based on what the 2 scenarios I've showed you, your medical license will actually determine how current your private pilot license is, based on what we saw here practically, and also the number of takeoffs and landings you've done in the last 90 days. And I think the reason why they did not put 3 months is because, like, you know, some months have 30 days, some months have 31 days, and obviously some months have 28, 29 days. So these are the things you should always note when you are trying to get a license, because these are very, very important. So if you have any questions, if you have anything that we should know, today's live stream is going to be like super short because of some technical issues and all that, so that we don't run out of like going up, coming down, going up, coming down. So that, thank you so much. Okay, I can see more persons are joining. If you have any questions, anything that you want to contribute to what I just said. Hi, Splendor. Hi, Bariaya. Oh, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name very well. Probably you can teach me next time. So basically, guys, this is it. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah. Okay, guys, so for now, this is all I have for you for how long the PPL license actually expires. So whenever you see somebody, especially in Nigeria, with a license, okay, guys, as I was saying, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's very, very important. It helps the channel move. So till I meet you tomorrow in tomorrow's video, that live stream is going to be a little bit longer, because we're going to have like a lot of discussions, a lot of things to like talk about. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me in today's live stream. Bye, guys.